What's up everyone, this is Joey, Blush Response, and today we're checking out the Manecolab's grown Manecolin. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we've got the Manecolab's Manecolin here. They sent it to me for review, and we're going to talk about it. It's an interesting variation on the Benjalin idea from Rob Hordijk. If you're not familiar with the Benjalin, basically it would use two oscillators that can cross-modulate each other and also interact with a circuit called a wrangler, which is based around shift registers to give you interesting and weird modulation shapes to create cool analog rhythms. In the case of the Manecolin, it's two digital oscillators with a cool distortion circuit and a digital reverb and all that. So let's hear it. We're just hearing oscillator 1 now. Oscillator 1 has digital waveforms you can select between. Open the filter there. It also has an MS-20 style filter, which I forgot to mention. But anyway. See. There we go. We'll come out of here. Oscillator 1. You crossfade between two waveforms with wave 1, with wave 2, and with wave 1 you go to different waves in the table. Interesting. I wish there was CV control over the same on oscillator 2. It's a bit different. You have a wave folder voice, which sounds awesome to me. Sounds as good as any other wave folder you'd want. You have external input for the filter, LFO out, external input for the reverb, wrangler out, and external inputs for data and pitch TV and everything else. So we'll come out of the main out again. Listen to that fucking noise right there. It's powerful. It has this grit distortion, which can get absolutely fucked. Also, the output's very hot too. So you can just completely blow things apart. You got this reverb, which is fine for a mono reverb. You can do infinite looping decay and get brutalistic as fast as you need. Yeah. So I'm a fan, but we're here, we've heard drones, we've heard these things. What do we want to talk about? And I mean, granted, this is a good version of it and a good way to start getting weird shit. You got your two master tune knobs here. Notice I have the art panel version. I love the art, I love the face. Great. You have filter cutoff. So nice, great sounding filter. Not bad at all. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Get that hype. You can bring in an LFO. It's just a standard LFO. You got rate, different waveforms. Route it to the filter. It goes decently fast. A little bit of mimeophone. Boom, we're in heaven. Let's go. Continuing. I've got these things we call drums. Wow, that synced in perfectly, completely on accident. I love when that happens. Pumping. I don't even want to touch it now because it's so perfect. Like some Plastic Man vibe or something. But, you know, a little more heavy. That reverb's so nasty. And then, but you really need that. I love an extra reverb and delay on top of a reverb and delay because why the fuck not? Distorted! Alright, let's keep tweaking. So now we're going to bring in the wrangler, and this is like shift register / sample on hold-ish. I'm not going to be able to give you all the technical details. You can Google them if you want. Just know that it's going to make interesting rhythmic modulation. And it can be, in this case, clocked from LFO 2, from the LFO or oscillator 2, excuse me. So you see it freaking out there with these lights. And you see the clock it's receiving. You offset that a little. Get interesting pitches. You also bring in this PWM waveform here and white noise. Now, these also have FM between each other with these two CV knobs if nothing's plugged in. They modulate each other. Wild, huh? Bring your alpha. Run the filter. Doing some stereo on this drum. Crazy. Supposed to track 1 volt per octave, kind of. You plug into here. Got it, go through. Gated voice. Yes! Does it! This is ridiculous. Great. So I've got it going through a VCA and envelope after, for quite obvious reasons. This is like the most demented psytrance bassline ever. It's fucking fat, huh? I like fat. Oscillator 2. Let's go. Wrong goal. Tight. Unplug that CV. Sounds crazy. Like a riot. Tight. Pumping. Reverb. Ballsy. Rungle. Cross modulate. Side. Screeching. Dry. Reverb. Dry. Reverb. Dry. Reverb. Sounds crazy, huh? I promise I'll never be angry again. Wow, it sounds so nuts. CV going in there. Oh my God. Fuck. Wrangler's nuts. Block from the alpha. Oh, that's a Wrangler making it sound wild. Wow. Holy fuck, this is insane. Look at how fucking crazy that sequence is. Internal reverb. So you can see this thing does not play around. Wow. Just generating that melody all on its own. Grown Manecolin. So that was sick. I think this is a crazy sounding voice that will take you to unexplored territories and generate cool rhythms for you to use in your productions. I think overall the Wrangler and Benjalins in general lend themselves to a lot of happy accidents, and this one is obviously the most aggressive sounding one. So if you want big digital waveforms and big digital wave folding with that cool reverb and the crazy distorted grid circuit, this is the best way to get a Benjalin that gets crazier than them all. It is the craziest sounding one I've heard, and I've heard heard quite a few. And in general, I just think it will give you a lot of surprises. It took me places I wasn't expecting, and every time I tweak it, I know I'll get something fresh out of it. I would like more CV inputs, like for the wave controls and other things, but overall, you know, I can touch it with my hands, I can make things happen, and I always take that into account, that everything is there, everything is touchable. So samples are going to be up on my Patreon as always. Check out my new album Sprawl, check out the compilation on my label Megastructure, and I'm going on tour with Frontline Assembly next week, so check us out there. I'll be using my modular on stage with them and going nuts. Let's get into it. Until next time, peace out.